Buhari was disgraced. Chief Justice to be sanctioned. You must see the aftermath of Kanu'S trial. Welcome to today's news. Please endeavor to listen to the end. On October 21, the hope of seeing Ñnamdi Kanu, the leader of the popular indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, set free by the federal government of Nigeria, ended as the Federal High Court in Abuja adjourned Kanu'S case till November. However, Nigerians, especially the Hindugo worldwide, refused to accept defeat as they make sure that the President, General Muhammadu Buhari, and the Chief Justice were humiliated after the adjournment. Horanas Hindugo ridiculed Buhari, says he bows to pressure. Mazi Ñnamdi Kanu, who was charged for terrorism, treasonable felony, managing an unlawful society, publication of defamatory matter, illegal possession of firearms, and improper importation of goods, among others, by the Nigerian government, was to appear in court on the 26th of July to continue his hearings of 2017. However, the Department of State Services, DSS, failed to produce him in court. The failure to bring Kanu to court in July by the security operatives was accompanied by a stern warning to the Buhari's government to produce Kanu on the 21st October during the trial, and as expected, it was brought to court hale and healthy by the Department of State Services, DSS. Horanas Indigo, in a statement released after the adjournment, disclosed that the federal government, as through the Department of State Services, bowed to the demands of Indigo by producing Kanu in the court. According to the Nation, the Indigo made this known by its National Publicity Secretary, Chidozie Alex Ogbonia, who said the diplomatic engagement by Horanas Indigo worldwide, under the able leadership of His Excellency, Ambassador Professor George Obiozo, has apparently yielded a positive result, as the federal government, as through the Department of State Services, bowed to the overwhelming demands of Indigo by producing the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Ñnamdi Kanu, in court. In addition to the reaction of Indigo, former presidential aspirant Adamu Garba added to the insult. Adamu Garba says Buhari knows how to care for prisoners. The condition of correctional facilities in Nigeria have been allegedly described as unfit for a human being to occupy. Moreover, the Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, on February 2, 2018, stated that any human being who goes into Nigerian prisons would most certainly come out as an animal. I visited the Port Harcourt prisons yesterday, which was on Wednesday. While I was waiting for my flight, I chose to go to the prison. What I saw is a reflection of quite a lot of things in the survey. There was no room for prisoners, and anybody who goes into that place as a human being is coming out as an animal, Yemi Osinbajo said. However, the case was different when the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, Ñnamdi Kanu, was brought to the court in a black sports utility vehicles on Wednesday, 21st of October. On Thursday, 21st of October. Kanu did not represent how prisoners in Nigeria always look whenever they were brought to court. He was described by Adamu Garba as a shining prisoner. The All Progressive Congress, APC member, mockingly wrote on his Facebook page, Buhari knows how to handle and care for his prisoners. See how Mr. Kanu is shining. Mr. President is not the only one to be called out by Nigerians in controversial issues that surround Ñnamdi Kanu's trial. The Chief Justice of the Federal High Court was also embarrassed and was threatened to be sanctioned. Human rights blast justice, says judiciary in Nigeria is in chains. In Nigeria, as in many developed countries in the world, the judiciary is seen as the last hope of the common man when engaged in legal battles with the elites. However, the steps taken by the Federal High Court to surrender its independence to the Department of State Service (DSS), which is controlled by the executive arms of government during Ñnamdi Kanu's hearing in Abuja, has been condemned by the Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Uriwa. According to a post, the Human Rights Association said the action taken by the DSS to ban the journalists, stakeholders, and human rights activists from accessing the courtroom is a disgrace and a disastrous message to the world that the judiciary system is controlled by the presidency. The failure of the hierarchy of the nation's Federal High Court to defend our independence from the stranglehold of the executive arm of government, represented by the Department of State Services (DSS), that has kept barring journalists, stakeholders, and human rights activists from accessing the courtroom for the trial of the 10th leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, Ñnamdi Kanu. It's a disastrous message to the world that the judiciary in Nigeria is in chains and is being controlled by the presidency. Uriwa added that if the authority of the Federal High Court fails to reclaim the independence of the court from the executive, it will drag the CJ of Federal High Court to the National Judiciary Council for ceding independence of the Federal High Court to the Department of State Services (DSS), which is unlawful and unconstitutional. Buhari was disgraced, Chief Justice to be sanctioned. Ñnamdi Kanu, who was supposed to receive his trial on the 21st of Thursday, whether he will be free from detention or go to jail. But on that day, he was just seen in the court, and the Chief Justice adjourned his case again to November 10. This made the Nigerians very disappointed and saying that the Federal High Court is being governed by the federal government of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. The federal government has, through the Department of State Services, bowed to the demands of Undugu by producing Kanu in court. Moreover, the former presidential aspirant, Adamu Gaba, added a research saying Buhari knows how to care for prisoners because Ñnamdi Kanu, who was brought to court in a black sport utility vehicle, was ill and healthy, was not looking like an animal. The way Oshibanjo said that anybody who enters the room for prisoners will come out as an animal. We have come to the end of today's news. Thank you, my listeners, for tuning in. Till I come your path next time. Thank you and God bless you all.